What's going on? It's your man, Dr. Will, and you know the deal. Let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. Even if you're watching the replay, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. I'm here on the beautiful island of St. Martin on this beautiful Wednesday. So wherever you are in the world, let me know what city, what state, what country you're coming in from. What's going on, Sean, in Atlanta? So guys, I'm gonna ask you to do something, and I usually don't ask people to do this. What's going on, Mary? But I want you to tag somebody. I want you to tag somebody in this video that you really love, or somebody that you really want to go to the next level. You really want them to go to the next level, or someone that you know that has great potential. Because what I'm getting ready to share with you right now is going to be life transformational. And I don't say that lightly, but one of the things that I do as a life coach, as a business coach, I'm always digging down and trying to simplify the pathway for people to get from point A to point B. And so a lot of my time that I invested in thinking about what will help a person go from point A to point B in the shortest amount of time. And over the years, doing this work for the last 20 years, it boils down to mindset, right? How you think. And so about 15 years ago, a movie came out. So guys, as I'm sharing this, please, if you're listening to me, if there's someone you love, if there's someone you know that has great potential that you want to help them out, please tag them in this video. I'm not selling anything. I'm giving this stuff away for free. I just want you to be a giver. I want you to be a giver. So give this information out to someone else. So tag them in it. So about 15 years ago, there was a movie that came out called The Secret. Now, I've never watched The Secret. I never read the book. I don't know if there's a book that comes with it, but I never read the book. I never watched the movie The Secret. But from that movie, people began to talk a lot about this concept of the law of attraction, the law of attraction. And people began to share that if you had great positivity, if you thought great things, if you had great thoughts, and then this whole movement behind vision boards, about visualization, creating a vision board, that's how you could attract certain things in your life. And so for the last 15 years, I've been hearing a lot about the law of attraction, the law of attraction. But today I want to talk to you about the difference between the law of attraction and the law of creation. The law of attraction and the law of creation. And as always, guys, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to believe me. Just listen to me, process what I say, hold it up against your results, hold it up against the results that you have in your life, hold it up against other people's results, and that's how you know if you should listen to something, if you should adopt something. I don't ever think you should adopt something just because you heard it one time. So you're probably going to have to listen to this video again, because I'm probably going to share some concepts with you that you probably never heard of before, or something that goes against what you're used to. So when we look at the law of attraction and we look at the law of creation, for me, one puts you at an advantage and one puts you at a disadvantage. For me, the law of attraction, the mindset behind the law of attraction, if you hang your hat on the law of attraction, I believe it puts you at a disadvantage, because in the law of attraction, what you're saying is, I'm waiting, I'm needing for something to come to me. I'm waiting, I'm trying to attract money. I'm trying to attract a mate. I'm trying to attract a better life. If you're trying to attract it, what you're saying to yourself is that I'm lacking it. And usually when we put ourselves in a position of lack, we put ourselves at a disadvantage, because usually I hear people say things like, if I had a mate, I would travel more. If I had a mate, I would travel more, right? So the reason why you're lacking in traveling or not experiencing traveling is because I'm lacking. And so I'm waiting to attract my mate. So you guys see that? You see how it puts you at a disadvantage? Whereas the law of creation says I'm at an advantage because whatever I desire, I can create. Now you may be thinking, Dr. Will, you're talking about semantics, right? Is there really a big difference between the law of attraction and the law of creation? There's a huge difference. And what I found out over my life, especially for the last 15 years, anything that I wanted to manifest in my life, I went and created it, or I created the opportunity, right? I created the opportunity for it to come into my life. I wasn't waiting to attract it. I wasn't waiting to attract it. I created the opportunity for it to come into my life. I hope this is making sense. I'm going to try to break it down as plain as possible so you guys can really grasp it. Because what I found out over the years in doing this work, the reason why most people aren't experiencing the life that they want to experience is because they're waiting to experience it. And the reason why they're waiting to experience it is because the way they think, right? And so if your mind is telling you the law of attraction, I'm going to write this on my vision board. I'm going to write this on a 3x5 card. I'm not saying that any of that is wrong. I have a vision board. I have 3x5 cards, but they're used for me to remind me what I should be creating. They're not up on my wall and I'm waiting, hoping one day somebody's gonna knock on my door and hand me the keys to a Mercedes, or hand me the keys to a BMW, or hand me the keys to a Rolls Royce. They're on my board to remind me what I should be focusing on creating. It's to remind me, not that I'm wishing that something would happen, but this is what I'm manifesting, this is what I'm creating. And when you start working from the law of creation, this is why you guys hear me all the time say, do the work. You're absolutely right, Unica. Faith without works is dead. And so the attraction part for me is kind of the faith part. The creative part is the work part. And the more you begin to work, you'll start to see things manifest. I'll give you an example. You may say, I want positive people to show up in my life, or I want to work with positive people, or I want positive mentors, or I want positive influencers. And so you're kind of waiting. You're hoping somebody's going to knock on the door. You're hoping that you're going to run into somebody one day. But what I did for that to happen is I created the opportunity for amazing people to come into my life. What do I mean by that? I switched where I would, something as simple as this. I switched the Starbucks I would go to. If I wanted to connect with influential, powerful, game-changing people, and I noticed that the Starbucks that I was sitting in, those types of individuals weren't coming into that Starbucks, then I had to change, right? I had to do some work. I had to move where I was, go to a different Starbucks where those types of individuals were showing up. So I created I wasn't waiting. I wasn't sitting in this one particular place, hoping, wishing one day somebody influential would come in this Starbucks. I sat in that Starbucks for a couple of days. I realized that this wasn't the location where that was going to happen. So I got up, I went to a different Starbucks in a different location, and I created the opportunity. I mean, one of the most influential mentors in my life that came into my life literally came because of that. Sitting in a Starbucks and we connected. And for the last 10 years, he's been a heavy influence in my life. But I created that opportunity. Till this day, 10 years later, he never has been to this other Starbucks that I was sitting in. To this day, 10 years later, he's never been to this other Starbucks. But the moment I moved to this other Starbucks, I created the opportunity for me to attract that into my life. Does that make sense? And so attraction, the way attraction works, the most powerful way attraction works, if you are going to hang your hat on the law of attraction, is you creating the opportunity for these things to be attracted in your life versus just sitting waiting. When you begin to work from the law of creation, you sit down and you say, okay, what do I want in my life? And then I go create it. Like let me explain it more. When you say let me explain it like this. When you realize that everything that you desire and need is coming from you and it's not coming to you. Do you understand that? It's not coming to you, it's coming from you. Everything you want. There's a proverb that says, greater is in me than that's in the world. Halana in Rwanda said, that's why I moved to a new apartment. Right, Halana, it's like, man, you're sitting in your apartment and you're saying, wow, I wish I was closer to the beach. I wish I was closer to the beach. Well, they're not going to build a beach in front of your apartment. If you want to be closer to the beach, you got to go move closer to the beach. You got to create that opportunity. And so the law of attraction puts you in a place where you feel like you always feel as though I'm lacking something. I'm not enough. But when you realize that I'm enough, right? The whole I am philosophy. I am everything that I need. I have enough to manifest that. But when you stay in the realm of the law of attraction, you're always feeling as though I'm not enough. And that's why I need this to be attracted in my life, because I'm not enough. I would do something different if I'm right? But the more you begin to understand that you right now that are listening to me, and I'm telling you guys, please tag somebody in this video that you love so they can understand this concept as well. Because I don't want you guys waiting for a better life. I want you to go out there and create it. That's the power that you have, to create a better life. You don't have to wait for a better life. You can literally go out and create a better life. Like so many people I see put up let me just show you this. This is my workspace today, right? This is my workspace today. I'm not wishing to be on the beach. I don't have a picture of the beach on my vision board, hoping one day. I'm not on vacation. This is my everyday life. Because this is what I wanted to manifest in my life. So I created this. They weren't going to build no beaches in Phoenix. They weren't going to build any beaches in Phoenix. So I said, okay, then I have to move operations. To Phoenix, to St. Martin, because I want to work from the beach. I want to work. This is my office. I'm here with my paperwork, right? And this is my view. Every single day, this is my view. So this is what I'm saying, guys. If you go back to creation, right? The beginning of creation. The Bible says that there was darkness on the face of the earth, and the earth was without form and void, And it says, God began to create. He began to create. He didn't wait for attraction. The world was without form and void. So if you're looking at your life and you're saying, my life, man, it's really it's void of something. And if you're saying, man, my life is not in the place that I want it to be right now. He didn't wait. He didn't wait. And this is, if you believe like me, you believe that you're made in God's image and you're made in his likeness. So if you're made in his image and you're made in his likeness, then you have the same capabilities as him. And he had the ability to create. So it's the same ability that you have. When you're looking at your life, and if you're saying, man, my life is void, it's void of something, it's not fulfilled. It's not fulfilled. It's because you're not creating. It's because you're not creating. It's when you really begin to read the Bible, right? It says a man who does not work, he should not eat. If you don't create the opportunity for you to eat, you shouldn't eat. The Bible says whatever your hands find to do, do it. The Bible says, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, nor stand in the way of sinners, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in that law does he meditate both day and night, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth fruit in his season. His leaf shall not wither, and whatsoever he does, watch this now, whatsoever he does, not whatever he thinks about, not whatever he wishes, but whatever he does shall prosper. Whatever he does shall prosper. Everything you want is in your doing. Everything that you want to manifest is in your doing. So this is why I always say, do the work, because everything that you want is inside of the work. Everything that you want is a manifestation of the work. It's not wishing and hoping and praying. It's doing the work, saying, what is it that I need to do to create the opportunity for this to be in my life? Like I just saw my cousin Eric pop up on here. I remember talking to him years ago, and we both grew up in the inner city. I grew up in Compton, he grew up in Inglewood, and we were just talking about our lives. And we're two inner city kids, didn't grow up with silver spoons in our mouth, but we were talking about the life that we were able to design and the life we were able to create. And it was all in the doing. We weren't hoping that life was going to get better. We weren't wishing that life was going to get better. We went out, and he's a doctor, I'm a doctor, and we went out, we created businesses, right? Because we looked at the lifestyle that we wanted, and we said, okay, this is not going to particularly come through a job, right? This is not going to particularly come through a job. I remember me and him used to talk. Every year before the pandemic, him and his wife, they would go down to St. Lucia to the jazz festival and stay down there for like a month or so, right? Well, that couldn't be done if he was working on a regular job. He created that opportunity because he created a successful business. He created that opportunity. Oh, they're starting to do some work here, so I'm going to have to come off of here. But he created that opportunity because he created a successful business that created the opportunity for him to be gone for a month, for him to be able to finance a trip like that. It's through creation, guys. And so re-listen to this and let it really penetrate your thinking and just add it up. Let's look at it like, man, I've been doing this whole wishing law of attraction thing, and everything is still on my vision board. It hasn't manifested in my life. Start thinking about what you need to create. You got that car on that vision board. What do you need to create? Everything that I want, guys, if I want anything in this world, when I see it and I say I want that, the very next thing I start thinking about is, what do I need to create so I can manifest that in my life? So if it's a car, okay, what program do I need to go create? What coaching program? What service do I need to go create that will generate the revenue so I can go buy that? I'm not wishing for the car. I don't have any dream cars. I don't have any dream houses. If I want it, I go create something that allows me to go get it. I don't have any dream cars. I don't have any dream vacation. I hear people, that's my dream. No, 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 no. I share this last thing with you. I was talking to a client and I was saying, man, what are some of the things that you want to do? He says, man, I would really love to travel. I would really love to travel more. I said, okay, come on, let's go to Canada this weekend. Let's go to Canada this weekend. He says, man, I can't go. I said, why can't you go? He said, man, I don't have no passport. So I said, how are you wishing to want to go somewhere and you haven't even created the opportunity? If he would have had his passport, we could have went to Canada. We don't have to wish for that. We don't have to wait for that. There's a plane that goes to Canada. All we got to do is buy a ticket. You understand what I'm saying? So even for you that are saying, I want to travel around the world, do you even have a passport? Do you even have a passport? Do you even have a passport? You can create that. You can create that. You can go online and order that. Halana, all the time, right? And so, go get you a passport. Like, that's the first creation thing you need to create. Manifest a passport in your life. So, I just want you guys to think about this. I just want you guys to think about this. Like, the world is yours. The world is yours, but it's not coming to you. It's not coming to you. The world is out there for you to go and get. The world is out there for you to go and explore. Like, Paris is not coming to your backyard. Like, France is not coming to your backyard. England is not coming to your backyard. Fiji is not coming to your backyard. Hawaii is not coming to your backyard. St. Martin's, you got to go out and explore. You got to create these opportunities. You got to create these opportunities, guys. So that's what I want to share with you guys. Listen to this, and if you're watching the replay, tag somebody in this that you love so we can begin to break these mindsets. Stop wishing, guys. Stop wishing. Stop hoping. Stop looking at other people saying, oh, I wish that was me. It's the law of creation, guys. It's the law of creation that gets you everything that you want. You got to go out there and create it. You got to go out there and create it. You can wish until you're blue in the face, but you got to go create these opportunities. All right, guys, have a blessed day. I'll talk to you later.